let him go. I'm stacking the corks here. Jade's over there on the leads. Alright, we're starting to get close here. So, got the purse line going and the cowboy line. So the purse line goes through everything that Jade's got over there, the leads. And it's connected on these rings that she's stacking over there. Pulls together the net like a drawstring on a backpack, so it secures the bottom of the net. And then the cowboy line is basically the same idea, but on the corks. It's gonna bring all the corks together so that the salmon, there's a lot of salmon in this net, so that's what he's pulling on right there. That one's the cowboy line, and this one over here is the purse line. So, oh, look at that boil. Oh, look at all those fish, man. That's a nice looking set right there. Well, I'd say we got them. This is the hairpin right here. Breaking water, and hold it. Just goes through all these guys like that. All right, got it. So that is connected to the leads that are at the bottom of the net. Big bowl. That's a lot of weight right there, so as soon as we pull in a little bit more net, they're going to start to freak out and it's going to get heavy, and we could lose a lot of them over the corks. So that's why we got this guy here, cowboy line, goes around the corks like that.
Hatchery, there's lots of them all over in Alaska, and basically they just hatch baby salmon. You know, they incubate them from the egg stage and they feed them through their, alvin stage, and when they turn into fry. And depending on the species, I think some of them they release when they're fry and some of them when they're smoked. So then they release them, where the fresh water is coming out. The salmon can smell where they're from and return to the same spot. These are wild salmon, but they're like technically hatchery fish. They're born at the hatchery and then they live their life out in the ocean, 3 to 4 or 5 years depending on the species. Then they return right here to the hatchery that they're from. Each year, the hatchery needs their brood stock, which is they need a certain number of the salmon that are returning so that they can harvest the eggs and sperm from the male and female fish to hatch the next round of salmon for the next year. That costs money, and running a hatchery costs a lot of money. And so in order to cover those costs for what they do, they have cost recovery, and so they bid off a certain amount of salmon each year to one of the canneries in town. And so the canneries, they bid on that batch of fish, And this year, APS got it. APS then accept bids from different seiners who want to participate in the cost recovery. And then from there, they choose which seiner they want to come and do that. And so we did it for them 2 years ago, and it worked out. So they accepted our bid this year, and so they're having us back to do this again. The scientists from the hatchery are out here also. They are, taking samples from the fish, just checking out like the percentage ratio male to female, and just the quality of their fish. As you can see there, we've got the bag of fish next to the boat, and they've got their pump in the water. That's the cool thing about these fish, for the cannery, is they're really quality fish. They don't have to get wedged up onto the boat in the seiner's net. They're in really good shape. And so, just as they pump fish out of the net, we'll dry up our bag so that it's easier to pump the fish out, and we'll just keep going like that until they're all gone, and we'll do it again. We're probably going to get this tender full actually with this first set that we did here this morning, which is pretty awesome. And it sounds like we're going to have 1 or 2 more tenders for the rest of the day. If there's enough fish to fill them up, we'll try and do that, but we'll keep it going. Breakfast burrito action.
Some cheese too.
Thanks, Will. Filled it up, or not completely, but as much as they wanted. So got a long ways to go. This is only day 2 for the season, but we're having a good time out here, and we're gonna go anchor up, do the same thing tomorrow, hopefully. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.
Just slam that subscribe button and that like button. Extra good.
What he said.